Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the menudo recipe. So if you want to know how I make my menudo, just keep on watching. So first we're going to add our water to our pot. We're going to let this boil first before we put our menudo in. And here is my menudo. I got mine from a grocery store. I bought 4 packs of these. It looks like a lot, but once you cook it, it gets smaller. Like, I don't know, but it was enough for us. And I'm going to be showing you the rest of the ingredients. Here I'm showing you the chile pods I'm going to be using. They're the California ones. You can use New Mexico or these ones. And you're going to need some garlic cloves also. And all you're going to do is cut the menudo into little pieces like that right there. Like you want them around that size, not too small, not too big. That's how I cut it. You're just going to cut up all your menudo and just set it aside. Okay, now that our water is boiling, I'm going to add the menudo in and I'm going to start cooking it. Just make sure you're very careful while you're putting it in there, guys, because you don't want to splash boiling water all over your hands. I've done that before and it is not pretty. Okay, now that I put all my menudo in, I'm going to add a small onion just for flavor. I'm just adding a little bit of salt. I'm going to let this boil, then I'm going to start tasting it to see how I like it. If it needs more, then I'll just add more salt later. And for my least favorite parts, I hate doing this part, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. So here, I'm just going to be taking the ends off of these. What are they called? The stem, the little colita, you know, that dry part, that right there, yep. So I'm just going to take that off, and then right at the end, there's a little ball of seeds. I just take that off and that's it. Some people like to divine it and everything. I don't do all that because I'm going to boil it and then I'm going to blend it with garlic. So I like my menudo really, really red. So I'm using 10 or 11 of these chili pods. And, you know, it depends on if you want it really red or not too red. You know, it's up to you how much chili pods you want to add on there. Right here, I just put them all in my cazuela. And I'm going to use the same broth from the menudo. That's why you have to cook the menudo for a little while. Make sure it comes to a boil again, and you're going to put that broth in there, and you're going to rehydrate your chiles. So you're just going to let them cook in that broth, let them get nice and soft, and then you're going to blend them. Okay, now after the chile pods got really soft, I'm putting them in my blender. I already peeled around 6 garlic cloves. So yeah, you need a lot of garlic for this. So I used around 6 garlic cloves, and I'm going to blend the chile pods and the garlic all together in that same broth that I was soaking them in. I'm going to put some more in the blender and just blend that all together. So here I am blending, and yes, I kind of filled it up a little too much and it spilled. But it's okay. So I'm going to let this blend for a really long time. I mean, you got to let it blend for at least 5 minutes because some people like to strain the chile, but I don't. I just pour it all into my menudo. So I just let this blend for a really long time and let it get as smooth and as liquefied as it can. And then I'll just add it to the menudo. Okay, the next and final step is adding that mixture into your menudo. Right here, I didn't want to add all of it because I wanted to check the color of the menudo first. I thought it could be darker, so I ended up adding all of the mixture in there. See, right here, it doesn't look dark enough for me. If you don't like it that dark, then you would just add less. But I ended up adding it all to the menudo. And this is it. You're just going to let it boil and keep tasting it. Make sure that it has enough salt. I would suggest starting by putting a little bit of salt at a time because there was a time where I put too much salt and I didn't know what to do. So if you put a little bit in, you can try it. If it needs more, you just keep adding more until you think it's enough. After you've been boiling it for a while, you're gonna try the menudo. If it's soft to your liking, then it's done. If it's too rough, it's not done. So you're just going to keep trying it until it's the consistency you want, like, you know, either soft or firm. And that's it, guys. That's how I make my menudo. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Today we have menudo. As you guys already know, I'm hoping I posted the recipe right before this. If not, something must have happened. But putting some onions on here. And yes, I made this yesterday, and I had all the intentions to record the mukbang yesterday, but man, this is like menudo seasoning. It's oregano and like chili flakes, and I don't know what else is in here, but I put a different show on for him. He doesn't have any music, so hopefully that's the only way you can get him entertained. Anyways, so we have some menudo today. I made these in my comal. Why does it look red? Oh, because it's like kind of burnt. Anyways, instead of regular tortillas, I felt like eating something crunchy, so yes. Oh, can't forget the lime juice or lemon juice. Cesar was just here. He went on his lunch break, and since he's working really close by, he came over and he ate. And I was hungry, but I didn't want to eat yet because I'm like, I need to record a mukbang. So I wasn't gonna make menudo and I'll record a menudo mukbang. Look at my hair, man. I just have my hair up in a chongo. You know, I've been cleaning, you know, mom life. Oh, my mouth is watering. And then I grabbed this huge ass bowl to create the illusion that I was gonna eat a whole ass plato. Anyways, let's take a bite before we get into the video. Oh my god, my battery's dying. Why all this shit happen right now? Man, I heated it up because I wanted it to be really hot, and it's hot, warm, but it's not that hot. So I've been trying to record this video and something keeps going on. Like I sit down, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. I sit down to eat, the freaking Yelera starts beeping because I didn't close the door all the way. And then my freaking battery starts dying. Like, can I get a break, man? Ooh, these are crunchy. But anyways, yeah, if you saw the recipe, it's really easy. Super easy. I mean, it's weird because when I first started making menudo, I would have a hard time making it. I'm like, it doesn't taste like menudo. Like, it was off. I don't know. So if this is your first time making it and it's a little off, it could either be it needs more garlic or salt, because those are really the only things that I use for flavoring is the garlic and the salt. So I put a lot of chile in mine. You don't have to put that much chile, but if you want it to be red, like, you need to put a good amount of chile in there. If not, it's gonna be too watery. Like, it's gonna taste too much like water, you know. But yeah, it's good. I get on my hand. This was my last lemon that I had. So I'm really trying to squeeze the shit out of it. I like a lot of lemon in my menudo. But yeah, I did a voiceover on the recipe because I also wanted to upload it in Spanish on my Spanish channel. Because I've had people ask me how to make it in Spanish. So I didn't think it was fair to just upload it in English and they'd be like, oh. Even though you can see the ingredients, right? But still. But yeah, so yesterday I was gonna record the mukbang and everything, but in the middle of making the menudo, I was cutting the carne. What is this called? Is this tripe? Is that what it is? I'm not sure. I got my little Pepsi. This is from yesterday. I ended up
Cesar was recording me. And after he was done recording me, you know, I was cutting away. And then I felt my heart racing. And I was starting to feel a little weird. And I'm cutting the meat and I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm not feeling very well. Then all of a sudden I felt my blood rush to my face. And my face felt heavy, like when you're about to pass out. And I was standing there like, and then I went, holy shit. And I went and I sat down fast. Because that's happened to me before when I was pregnant with my other son. And I thought I was gonna pass out, so I had to sit down. And I got pale. My vision was like, I couldn't focus on one thing. It would go to like the sides. Like I was getting really dizzy. So I went and I sat down quick and I told her, I don't feel good, you know? And I'm like, I'm not done cutting the, you know, the carne. So he came in, he finished it, even though it was a little bit, like a little tiny piece left. And I'm like, I'm gonna go lay down because I don't feel good. Ooh. So I'm in my room. I even vlogged a little bit talking about what just happened. I'm in my room, I'm like laying on my bed recording. And then I turn off the camera. And I get up and I put the camera away, and then I started feeling like the room was spinning again. I was like, holy shit. I like, you know, so I just laid down. I was laying down for a while. And then I started falling asleep. Like, you know, it was like 6 o'clock. I was falling asleep, then Santiago comes in the room crying because he wanted me to put him on the bed. So he woke me up. And I was confused to what time it was. Like why everybody was still awake. Like I thought in my head that it was nighttime. So when Santiago woke me up, I was like, wasn't everybody asleep already? Like I was so confused. I only slept for like 15 minutes. And in those 15 minutes, I was like dreaming, and then I woke up wondering why everybody was awake, why the lights were on. And I'm like, then I looked at the time, and then it all started making sense. Like, oh, I took a nap, like, you know. Has that ever happened to you guys? Like when you wake up and you think, I'm late for school or I'm late for work, and it's still, you know, the evening, and you think it's the morning and you're all freaked out. That's what I thought. Anyways, so then I was just laying there, you know, had the baby on the bed, and then I started feeling a headache. Like when I woke up, I felt a little headache, and it started getting worse, and then I ended up with a really bad headache, like from getting dizzy. I don't know what happened. Like right now I feel fine, but I don't know what happened. So I was laying in my bed till around 7, and Cesar comes in, and then he said, oh, I'm gonna eat now. He's like, I'm hungry. And I'm like, oh, I'll come eat with you, you know. So I came out, but I had the headache, but I was hungry. And I'm like, I can't record a mukbang when I'm confused. I have a headache and I'm like this. My face was all swollen, like, you know, when you wake up. I'm like, I can't do a mukbang like that. And I even told him, you know what, I'm not even gonna record, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. But you know, I had it all planned. You know, I'm gonna record, I'm gonna upload it tonight. You know, I thought this last night. And quack quack quack, I did it. That's why I'm recording it today. And hopefully you'll be seeing this today. What's today? Monday. But yeah, so that was just so weird. And then, oh, and then after I ate, I'm such a fat ass. After I ate, I went to my room because, you know, I had the splitting headache. You know, I took some pills, had it with my Pepsi. Oh, I have like something right here. Paso limón. I went to lay down and I told Cesar, like, you know, when I was eating, I was eating fine, and then I started getting nauseous, like, oh, you know, and I've been noticing that a lot these days. I'll be really hungry, and then I'll start eating, and I'll take a few bites, and then I'm like, oh god, and I feel like puking, and I'm like, oh my god, this is how I felt my first trimester. So I'm like, I'm starting to feel all woozy again and tired. So I was eating, and then as I was eating, I was like, I started feeling nauseous, and then my head was pounding, and then I told her, you know what, I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, I'm gonna go lay down, I don't feel good. That's when I took my pills. I went to my room, and after a while, like, my headache started going away a little bit. And then like an hour had passed. It was like 8:30, you know, when I was in my room. And I got the sudden craving for a ham sandwich. Like, I don't even know why, because, you know, I hadn't eaten that much menudo, so I wasn't like, I got full because I was nauseous, but then I could have kept eating, but, you know, I wasn't feeling it. So I'm laying there, you know, I'm watching some vlogs on TV, you know, from other people doing Vlogmas, and I was like, man, you know, I'm feeling kind of hungry, but I didn't want to eat menudo. Like, it was so weird. I did not want to eat menudo. And then I just thought of a ham sandwich, like, you know, on white bread, because I haven't had white bread in a long time. It's always either wheat or wheat, you know. But white bread with mayo and ham and cheese sounded so good. And like, right now I'm talking about it, and like, I want to make me one, even though I'm already eating. So then I get up, here come to the kitchen, and I make myself a sandwich, and I'm looking at Cesar. And he's just looking at me, and then he's like, so you feel better? And I'm like, it still hurts, you know, when you get up, it kind of pounds and it's there, but it wasn't as bad as it was like a few hours before, like an hour before. And then I'm like, I just really want a sandwich, man. You know, so I made me a sandwich, and I got some Doritos, and I'm sitting right here eating my sandwich. And, you know, I enjoyed that sandwich. Like, every bite I would go, it's so good. Like, oh, this is so good. And my daughter's looking at me, and she's like, is that good? And I'm like, yep. So, you know, I left almost like a little bit less than half, and I'm like, do you want it? And she's like, I'll try it, because normally when they try my food, they don't like my food. So I'm like, did you want to try it? Like, do you want it? And she tried it, and she's like, oh, it's good. So she finished the sandwich. But that's how my evening was yesterday. The other day, I think I had Braxton Hicks, and I've never had them this early, or even any with Santiago. I was like, am I having some? Am I not? Like, I'm not the person to get them. And I was driving, and I started getting these pains on the side of my stomach and on my back, and then I would feel the shock go down like my crotch, and I'm like, oh shit, like, and then they would go away, and then they would come back and go, and I'm like, am I getting Braxton Hicks? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, I think I'm doing too much. Like, you know, I think I do too much. Like, I'm active, I'm picking up shit, I'm doing shit. I go paso corajes, you know, I get angry, and, you know, there's all these hormones that come with being pregnant, and sometimes I'm like, you just need to chill, man. But, you know, I have 3 kids. I can't. There's not a moment of silence. Right now, Santiago is about to fall asleep. He's rocking himself in his chair. So, you know, when the kids are in school, I'm good. But, like, you know, it was a weekend. You know, I felt stressed out. I don't know. Like, I just feel different this time. Like, I feel like this pregnancy is kicking my ass, like, more than others. Because with others, I would be like, I feel just fine and dandy, you know. But with this one, I'm like, that's why I'm like, I'm too old for this, man. Me, I feel this way. Like, I'm not saying everybody that's my age is gonna kick your ass. Like, no. For me, for my body. Especially since I just had a baby 2 years ago. I had a whole C-section. Sometimes my C-section scar incision burns. I have to rub on it because it burns, and I'm like, ooh, this boy got grape juice all over that ass. Ooh, how did it even get back there? I gave him grape juice to entertain him, and it's all over his butt. It's purple. Anyways, that was like, I want this story. Why is Menudo so good? Okay, that's a little too much. I'm done, guys. I am done. Anyways, I wanted to say real quick. Is it just me or have I seen people eat menudo with pan? Like bolillo, they dip it in there. I'm trying to remember if I saw that or if it's just my imagination and I'm just wanting bread, but I was telling Cesar about it yesterday and I'm like, yo he visto gente que come menudo con bolillo. He's like, really? I want to try it. You know how I was so like against the tostadas with crema with pozole, and I'm like, crema with pozole, nasty. And then I ate it and now I'm like, I can never eat it the same again. Like I have to have tostadas with crema with my pozole. So now I'm like, I want to try the bolillo with menudo. Like, does anybody eat bolillo with their menudo? Like, let me know. Because I swear I've seen somebody do it and I kind of wanted to try it, pero no tengo bolillo, so. But anyways, guys, all right, I am done. I got this plate at Walmart just for Cesar because cuando le hago caldos or like pozole and shit, like he's like, I need a big plate, man, because I can't, you know, he puts all his stuff in there. He's like, I can't move it. So I got him this big ass plate at Walmart for like $3. But yeah, I don't know. Just wanted to let you know about the big ass plate. But it's really nice. Because, you know, caldos need to be in big plates because, you know, if they're too small, you feel like you can't put like your repollo or nothing in it. But anyways, I'm done. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys make the menudo, let me know or tell me how you make it different. You know, like if you put something different in it, let me know. I'm just curious to know how everybody makes their menudo because, you know, we all cook differently. You know, that's how we make it. That's all we do to it. But I'm curious to know how other people make it. Like, do you add maize to yours? Do you add different seasonings? Like hojas de laurel, like what do you guys add to yours? What happened, sir? He was trying to get under behind the couch, pero big old hay got stuck back there. I can see. Oh my god, oh lord, I'm gonna have to give him a shower. Oh, he has freaking, I'll show you. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.